Hello, you beautiful people. So good to see everybody out having a good time tonight. Because it has been a tough year. It has been. And, it's been really tough for me doing stand-up. Not so much because of the pandemic, but it's because I fell 2 months ago, fractured my pelvis, and just standing up has not been easy. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I was working on a home project. I was out on my patio painting some cabinet doors. My boyfriend came over to help me, so he was on the inside and he was diligently working on drinking a cup of hot tea and watching his favorite episode of Pornhub. And so I turned to go get some more paint and I tripped over a tarp, was catapulted onto the cement. And when you break a bone, it's a weird thing that happens. The brain and the body immediately start arguing with each other. I mean, the brain is going, Barbara, come on, get up. You look stupid. We got shit to do. Let's go. But all right. I just got to turn and get this leg here. Get my leg. I can't move my leg. Brain says, okay, you're going to put the best muscle we got into this. That's right, girl. Get that muscle strong. You're going to make that money, make it move. Get on up now. Get on up. Okay, booty. I can't get up. Damn. So I figured maybe I'd let my guy know what's happening. Honey. Hello in there. Could you come help me, maybe? Because I'll be there in a minute. I'll be here. So he comes out and sees me, and I look like a baby seal that's just had its flipper bit off by a shark. I'm trying to get up. He goes, what happened? Well, I fell and I can't get up. Should we call the paramedics? Yeah, we should. So the paramedics come, and I feel really bad that we called them because in addition to being a stand-up that falls down all the time, I'm also a nurse. And now I'm asking them to do my job for me. And they said, how you doing, man? Oh, not bad. Now this is the body's way to get even with that lion brain. Paramedics take my blood pressure and my heart rate, and it's like about 130, and my blood pressure's in a stroke zone. And that's the body's way of saying, don't listen to her. We're hurt bad. We need help. We need drugs. So the paramedics see my vitals and say, ma'am, we're going to start an IV and give you 100 mics of fentanyl. If you remember no word other than this, remember fentanyl. Fentanyl. 100 times more stronger than morphine alone and recommended by 9 out of 10 fractured pelvic patients. Fentanyl. So, okay, they hooked me up here, and I said, well, before you put that IV in, I am a lefty, so could you put it in the right hand? Because, I may want to use my left arm to flip somebody off that was in the kitchen watching porn and drinking tea while I was out here on the ground. Now, later, my boyfriend said, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were really hurt. You were so calm. Well, that calmness comes from experience. Not as being a nurse, but as experience falling down all the time. As a matter of fact, my first comedy showcase, I learned the definition of irony. Irony is when you walk out of doing a comedy show and you fall and break your humerus. My friends asked me, Barbara, were you drunk? No, I wasn't drunk. If I'd have been drunk, I wouldn't have walked out and power walked in the rain in high heel shoes. I'd have been more careful if I'd have been drunk. I got to the ER and the doctor said, thought they said break a leg in show business. I said, yeah, they say that, but I'm kind of new at this, so I'm working my way down to the bottom. Well, I had some nice comic friends. They did a benefit show for me. It was called Last Comic Falling. I didn't have t-shirts or DVDs, so I did some of my own fundraising by selling my oxycodone in the parking lot after the show. Well, I still don't have t-shirts or DVDs, but I do have a new prescription of Oxy. Just saying. You know, I think I hold an unofficial record, and that is for someone falling down the most times in a single day. And in addition to being a nurse and a stand-up that falls down, I'm also a long-distance hiker. And so being a hiker that falls down all the time is kind of like being a brain surgeon with Parkinson's. I mean, his patient wakes up and says, "Gee, doc, thanks, I feel great." So I was hiking across the Pyrenees Mountains from France into Spain, and I reached the top of the mountains. I had two choices to make. I could descend into the village below on this beautifully, nicely new paved road, or I could take the path that Napoleon led his army down, which was treacherous and steep and covered in rocks with snot mud on them. I didn't say that's not mud, I said it was snot mud on those rocks. When I reached the village below, I looked like I had been in a mud wrestling match, and the mud won. So you see, Napoleon was not defeated by his enemy because he was outnumbered. No, he was defeated because he marched his men down that steep, treacherous path covered in muddy snot rocks, and they fell over each other one by one until finally they said, "This is some bullshit, we surrender." And so, in summary, well, my friends have asked me, "Barbara, are you accident prone?" No. This is how my little history of, mild mishaps has gone, and that is at age 10, I fell out of a tree and broke my left arm, set myself on fire playing with a chemistry set, and almost drowned. 5th grade was a bitch. Fast forward to an adulthood, I slammed into the back of a tourist bus and fractured my sternum. Well, to my defense, I was driving a Ford Focus. I assumed the car would do that for me. I have a steel plate in my right arm, a complete titanium right hip, and now recovering from not one but 3 fractures to my pelvis. Yeah, and how many people do you know can break their pussy bone? I mean, honestly, it's okay. It still works. As a matter of fact, I think I just knocked it into place and tightened it up. So you want to know, am I accident prone? No. Accident prone is a term used for amateurs. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a professional. Hey, my name is Barbara Torina. Thanks for sharing your smiles with me, San Francisco. Peace out.